First Amendment. The First Amendment guarantees several fundamental rights, including freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition. It ensures that individuals can freely express their opinions, practice their faith, publish information, gather in groups, and demand government changes without fear of censorship or persecution. This amendment serves as a foundation of American democracy, promoting a vibrant and diverse society where ideas can flourish. Second Amendment. The Second Amendment protects the right of the people to keep and bear arms. This amendment grants individuals the right to own firearms for lawful purposes such as self-defense, hunting, and sport shooting. It stems from the historical importance of maintaining a citizen militia and the idea of individual self-defense. Third Amendment. The Third Amendment prohibits the accommodating of soldiers in private homes during times of peace without the owner's consent. This right emerged from colonial grievances against British troops and aims to protect individuals' privacy and property rights from government intrusion. Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment safeguards individuals against unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. It requires authorities to obtain warrants supported by probable cause before conducting searches or seizing property, thereby protecting personal privacy and liberty. Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment protects individuals' rights in legal proceedings. It prohibits self-incrimination, ensuring that individuals cannot be compelled to testify against themselves. Additionally, it establishes protections against being tried twice for the same offense and guarantees fair treatment, including the right to a grand jury indictment and just compensation for private property taken for public use. Sixth Amendment. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to a fair and speedy trial in criminal prosecutions. It ensures that accused individuals have the opportunity to confront witnesses, present evidence, and obtain legal counsel. Seventh Amendment. The Seventh Amendment preserves the right to a trial by jury in civil cases involving disputes over property or money exceeding a certain value. It ensures that litigants have the opportunity to have their cases heard and decided by a jury of their peers, promoting fairness in resolving legal conflicts outside of criminal matters. Eighth Amendment. The Eighth Amendment prohibits cruel and unusual punishment and excessive bail. It ensures that punishments fit the crime and do not involve unnecessary suffering or disproportionate severity. Ninth Amendment. The Ninth Amendment states that just because certain rights are listed in the Constitution doesn't mean other rights not listed aren't still held by the people. Tenth Amendment. The Tenth Amendment reserves powers not granted to the federal government by the Constitution for the states or the people. This principle, known as federalism, divides authority between the national and state governments, preventing the accumulation of power and maintaining a balanced distribution of sovereignty in the American political structure. 11th Amendment. The 11th Amendment restricts federal court jurisdiction by prohibiting lawsuits against states by citizens of other states or foreign countries without their consent. This safeguard shields states from potential legal actions that might compromise their sovereignty and autonomy. 12th Amendment. The 12th Amendment revises the process for electing the president and vice president by separating the electoral college voting for these positions. This change ensures more defined procedures and eliminates scenarios where candidates from the same state hold the two highest offices. 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment is a significant milestone in American history as it abolishes slavery and involuntary servitude. This amendment underscores the nation's dedication to equality and freedom. 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment grants citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States and guarantees equal protection under the law. It embodies the principles of equality and due process, extending fundamental rights to all citizens and protecting them from discrimination by states or local governments. 15th Amendment. The 15th Amendment prohibits the denial of voting rights based on race, color, or previous condition of servitude. It aimed to give voting rights to African American men following the Civil War. 16th Amendment. The 16th Amendment authorizes Congress to impose an income tax on individuals and corporations. It provides a key source of revenue for the federal government, enabling it to fund essential services and programs such as national defense, infrastructure, and social welfare initiatives. 17th Amendment. The 17th Amendment establishes the direct election of United States senators by popular vote within each state, replacing the previous system where senators were chosen by state legislatures. 18th Amendment. The 18th Amendment prohibited the manufacture, sale, and transportation of alcoholic beverages in the United States. It aimed to address social issues associated with alcohol consumption, such as crime, poverty, and public health concerns, by promoting temperance and sobriety. 19th Amendment. The 19th Amendment grants women the right to vote, a landmark achievement in the struggle for gender equality and women's rights. 20th Amendment. The 20th Amendment, also known as the Lame Duck Amendment, sets the terms for the beginning and ending of presidential and congressional terms. It ensures a smooth transition of power by specifying the inauguration date for the president and the start of congressional sessions. 21st Amendment. The 21st Amendment repealed the 18th Amendment, ending the era of prohibition and restoring the legal sale and consumption of alcoholic beverages. It reflected changing social attitudes towards alcohol and addressed the widespread dissatisfaction with prohibition's enforcement and unintended consequences. 22nd Amendment. The 22nd Amendment limits the president to serving a maximum of 2 terms in office. It was enacted in response to concerns about the accumulation of executive power and the potential for long-term incumbency to undermine democratic principles. 23rd Amendment. The 23rd Amendment grants residents of Washington, D.C. the right to vote in presidential elections, providing them with representation in the Electoral College. 24th Amendment. The 24th Amendment prohibits the imposition of poll taxes in federal elections, ensuring that voting rights are not contingent upon the payment of fees or taxes. It aimed to eliminate barriers to voting that disproportionately affected low-income and minority citizens, upholding the principle of equal access to the ballot box for all eligible voters. 25th Amendment. The 25th Amendment provides procedures for presidential succession and the removal of a president unable to discharge their duties. It addresses issues of presidential disability and ensures the continuity of government in the event of a vacancy in the presidency. 26th Amendment. The 26th Amendment lowers the voting age from 21 to 18, granting young adults the right to vote in federal, state, and local elections. 27th Amendment. The 27th Amendment restricts Congress's ability to grant itself pay raises by prohibiting changes in congressional salaries from taking effect until the start of the next term. It aims to ensure accountability and transparency in government by preventing lawmakers from directly benefiting from their own actions.